Hey up everybody, Betty's back. I hope you're all good. Right, today it's another quick, simple one. It's like a little snacky sort of recipe. It's tomato and pesto palmiers. Really, really easy, even by my standards. So I'll show you the three ingredients and we'll get cracking. Okay, so obviously a packet of puff pastry. We have some basil pesto and some sun-dried tomatoes, which I'm going to drain and chop up. I'm also, this isn't in the recipe, but I'm going to add some cheese to this as well. And the cheese I'm going to be using is some manchego, just as a little bit extra. They're very versatile. You can put in what you want, basically. So let's get cracking. Okay, so I've just drained the sun-dried tomatoes. You want about 100 grams. All we're going to do is chop the heck out of this. You could use a food processor, I suppose, but to be quite honest, and it would make life easier, but to be quite honest, I can't be bothered to get the food processor down. It doesn't take that long to chop this up into how you want it. You want it so it's reasonably finely chopped, not in big clumps. And it soon, make sure you've got a sharp knife as well, but it soon, as you can see, that soon comes together to form like a paste. A couple of little stubborn bits there. But eventually it will give up the ghost and chop like so. So basically you're just looking for a paste a bit like that. Right, that's that bit done. So I've got my puff pastry out and I'm just gonna lightly stretch it out a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit of a crack at the end. And I did that last time on the last puff pastry that I did. But hey, you might need some flour just to lightly dust, but I don't think we are because it's on this backing paper. Right, so the pesto, you want 100 grams, and this is a 190 gram jar, so it's nearly all of it. So what I'm going to do is spread this on one side like so. You can't really get much easier than this for a recipe. It's dead easy. If you want to go to the trouble of making your own pesto and stuff, then fair enough, it'll probably be better. But for the sake of convenience, you cannot beat the puff pastry and the shop bought pesto. So we're not far off halfway there, I don't think. There we go. And that's used a good 3/4 of that jar, which is about right. And next is our sun-dried tomatoes. Let me just get another spoon. Didn't plan that very good, did I? I'm hoping there's going to be enough here to spread all over this on this side. There should be. I didn't exactly weigh it out, it was just what we had left in the jar, but I'm sure it will do nicely. So we'll get rid of that. Same principle. You're just spreading all this about as evenly as you can on the other side. Lovely. You're getting the picture. So basically it's, oh, you know, I chopped the heck out of that and all, and there's still a bit of a clump there. But hey, there we go. That's that. So what we're now going to do is we're going to carefully fold this edge up like so. Continue to roll this as evenly as you can. So just take your time and it should come together quite nicely. Right, that's a little bit uneven there. I'm just going to spread that there. So when you get to the middle, just tucking that in, sorry. And that's about halfway. Sorry, just let me quickly rinse my hands. So we'll now attack it from the other side. Just a little bit more, I think. So we now attack it and do exactly the same from the other side. Just a little roll to start off with. And we're just going to roll this up in the same way. Until it meets in the middle. Like so. That is that. On seng. Just going to have to rinse my knife off and dry it. Not very organised this morning. So, what we now do is cut each one of these into like centimetre pieces. Again, you're going to need a sharpish sort of knife. So you continue like so, all the way down. I'll continue with that and I'll come back to you when it's done. Right, so I've put them in the baking tray, a little bit of sunflower oil in the bottom just to make sure that they don't stick. I've got my oven preheated to 200 degrees C. That's 180 fan, gas mark 6. So the last thing, which I said I'm going to add on, is my manchego. So I'm just going to grate a little bit on top of each one. So here we go. Just a little bit. Just as a little topping. I forgot to say you need to leave a little bit of space between each one because they will expand. I might have to shuffle them, rearrange a little bit. But they look rather nice. Never done these before. I think they do. Traditionally, you do like sweet ones, don't you? Palmiers. But I seen this quite a while back and I thought, yeah, I really fancy doing that. And then I forgot about it. And then I saw them again the other day. I thought, right, I'm doing that. Right. That's that done. That is now ready for the oven. I'm going to put those in for 12 to 15 minutes until they're nice and golden. Right, so those have had their 15 minutes. I've removed them from the baking tray and put them onto a cooling rack just to cool off. So the next time you see me, it'll be triple tea time for Betty Boy. Right, triple tea time. I'm going to dig one of these out and have a good munch on it. The smell absolutely lovely. So like I've never made these before. I know they're easy, but hey, I'm going to give it a try. And the only way I'm going to do it, actually, I'll tell you what, I'll get a smaller one. Not that I'll have trouble getting that in my mouth, but I'll get a smaller one. I'm going to put it all in one. You can really taste the pesto and you can really taste that cheese. I'm glad I put that little bit of cheese on. And the sun-dried tomatoes, everything's there. That's perfect, like little for party food and stuff like that. Little nibbles. Absolutely banging. In fact, I'm going to have another one. To hell with it. Pastry's nice and light. Yeah, I'm glad I put that cheese on. That just gives it a little extra oomph. They're really good, really quick, really easy to do, as you saw. Takes about not even a few minutes to prep, and about 15 minutes in the oven. That's it, they're done. Obviously that's a batch that's made about 15 or so, I would say. What, 3, 6, 9, 16, and I've eaten 2, so that made 18 of them. Sorry, I keep pushing my glasses up again. It's like a habit for me. Right, so I'm going to leave you guys there. Thanks again for all that you do for us. We really appreciate all your likes, your comments, your lovely recipe ideas. Just keep them coming. We love it. So I'll leave you guys there for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye.